Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be continuing the look at Miyako from Love Bites, putting together a demo, theoretically for the band, but maybe it's just for the YouTube audience to understand how she goes about it. There's a little bit of confusion about what actually happened with this song. Maybe she didn't actually consider it worthy for the band. I mean, it sounded like pretty good work in part one, but part two, we're going to watch her take that demo that she began in part one, really just one piece of everything, one verse, I believe, maybe a bridge or a pre-chorus, and then a chorus, and then that was it. The idea being that she wasn't going to work any further on the demo until the band had given its approval. At least that's how it would normally go with a new piece of music. Again, this may just be a demo for YouTube purposes that has nothing to do with the band, which is fine. You know, we get to watch her work in Pro Tools, and I followed along a little bit last time. This time I'm just going to sit and watch as she fleshes this out to a complete song, and I'm going to see if I can learn something from her, and then maybe at some point in the future I will create some other demo and just use all the steps she used, but just have it completely separate. So today, let me see, this is part two. It came out 11 days after part one, May 29, 2024. So looking forward to watching her continue this process. And if you have anything to add regarding this, by all means, leave it below. I'll give commentary as I am able. If you're not already subscribed, just know that I do have a lot of Love Bites material up on this channel and will be continuing to add Love Bites because they happen to be one of my favorite bands that's touring today. Okay, so with that, why don't we go ahead and check this out.
Hi, this is Miyako. Thank you for watching. ということで、今日は、Miyako流ヘビーメタルのデモ作りパート2になっております。今回パート2ということで、前回パート1ではワンコーラスだけラフに作ったんですが、パート2ではイントロからアウトロまでいったフルコーラスで作ってみようねという回になっております。ということで早速フルコーラス作っていきましょう。
Okay, I'm pretty sure when she says we're doing this, and she did one chorus, that really she just did one time through the basics of the song. And then when she used it here, she meant flesh it out to a complete song, just to avoid any confusion.
はい、じゃあ早速進めていきましょう。
So there, I remember that from yesterday.
2A、B、C と言ったので、C の後は普通に考えてリイントロに行くかなと思うので、リイントロ。
See, she's doing a lot of cutting and pasting. Looks like a new fill for a new section. So in today's video, she is dispensing with explaining what she's doing because she already did that the last time. And she's just going right to creating the new parts she needs. can see how she's adding on to existing tracks here using the punch-in method, where you say, start recording at this measure. Some hefty drum action going on here. Good thing they employ Haruna in the band. Now key changes are easy, mostly. At least in software instrument mode. A little trickier when it's in the actual stringed instrument. There you go, putting down the second guitar track, punched in for just the little section she's working on.
Lovebites のいつものお決まりっちゃお決まりなんですけど、間奏で ABC があるっていうのがね、いつもあるので、
Yeah, I've noticed.
だいぶ長くなりますね。まあそんな要領で作りますかね。
Yeah, the solos are almost their very own songs within the song. They have an A, B, and a bridge kind of a thing. It seems she's working things out since she's not actually recording while doing this. She's deciding what is going to happen. You can see she's recording above where those guitar tracks are. And now she's fixing her keyboard line. Okay. And now she can follow it with the guitar. See, there it goes. If this is super confusing to you, I suggest going and taking a look at part 1. She's basically just doing what she was doing in part 1.
いや、ギターソロの後は A に戻るな。A に戻りますね。アウトどうしような。
Yeah, it looks tricky. Looks really tricky. Secondary guitar. So for those that missed it, oh, the bass is out.
ベース入れてきます。
Here we go. Yeah, for those that missed it, she pounded out the drums using the keyboard. Just sit there.
じゃあ次は一応フルのデモなのでギターソロがあるのでギターソロを
Very
入れていきたいんですけど、いつもこの段階ではギターソロはギターレックしてません。めちゃくちゃ頑張ってギターソロも考えてどうやって聞かせた時に微妙みたいなさ感じだった時に
Okay.
メンタルやられちゃうからギターソロは後でミディキーボードで適当にこんな感じのギターソロじゃないっていう雰囲気だけを入れます。ですが次だけちゃんと考えとこうかな。
So she's going to use the keyboard to create the phrases. Perhaps for one of the tracks. I'm not sure about that. But she's also going to play a guitar solo, obviously.
こんな感じ。
So. She just goes a little at a time. Punch in. And on she goes. Because it's a lengthy guitar solo, as she mentioned. And now the dual lead track is being created.
Well, じゃあテイクはねめちゃくちゃ雑いんですけど、まあ混ざって聞くとねそんな雑く聞こえてないよって人いるかもしれないですけど、
Yeah.
結構ソロで聞くとヤバめな気してるんで。
Yep, that's generally how it
まあ
is.
でもいいんです。デモなんでレコーディングの時にしっかり弾けばいいんです。
Right.
まあちょっとだけねソロなんでディレイをね。
Right. The demo, it barely matters.
はい
It needs to be understandable, listenable,
じゃあほんと適当
but not absolutely perfect.
ギターソロもうほんとに鍵盤でねピロピロピロピロってここがギターソロなんだよってメンバーとかスタッフに分かってもらうためだけのものなのでそんなに作り込みません。適当に。
Here it sounds like she's putting down a guitar line with the keyboard, as she mentioned earlier. And you can see she's laying down the track right above the guitar tracks.
マジしてクソ適当なんですけどいいんです。ギターソロはアレンジ編の時に作り込むので、はい。一旦ここが時間短縮のためにも
Okay.
一旦ここは適当に弾いたギターソロで大丈夫です。でできたかな。じゃあライン取りして
Yeah, okay.
でこれがどんな風に なったのか
Yeah, we've been slightly in the dark here. I can't wait.
な。ちょっとね、本当にね、プレイがね、荒いところまで
It's a demo.
難しいんですけど、
We got it.
そこは多めに見て、雰囲気こんな風にできたよっていうのをお伝えればいいです。じゃあ、聞いてください。
See, so VO is vocal, and there's a piano line in there singing what the vocalist would sing. So here the vocals coming back in. Love the drums. So Hamo is the harmony line. One more time through. So this is a slightly different stating of the opening theme, different arrangement. I think arrangement is actually going to be the third video, so. So there's your keyboard guitar solo, just there for a guide. Kind of a restatement of the original A section. All right, now we go into the dual leads. Yep. Now, back to the chorus. Notice the drums changing up. And then the outro. See, especially the statement of restating part A, but in a different key. Nice, very nice.
はい。ということで、こんな風にいつもフルコーラス作っております。
Full song.
いや、大変ですね。そう、大変なの。いつも。だからギターソロをね、仮で作っときゃいけないっていうのもあるし、ツインの ツインがある曲に関してはいつもこうやって、仮ではあるんですけどツインも取ったりするのでやっぱ少し時間かかるので、1時間半ぐらいの作
Okay.
業量かなと思います。サクサクいって1時間半なんでね、全然うまくいかない時も全然いっぱいあります。ではこんな感じでフルコーラスがかっこいいねってなったら、次パート3ではいよいよアレンジ編になります。
All
今ね
right.
ほんとドラムもバーって張っただけで特にひねりも何もないので、ドラムのそういうフレーズの変えていったりとか、ちょっとここコード無理悪くないって言ったところを少し変えていくとか、本当にいろんなところですね、ちょこまか、アレンジしていく段階になります。一体この曲がどこまでかっこよくなるか、今後ご期待ください。じゃあ今日はここまで見ていただいてありがとうございます。この動画が良かったよって人
All
は、
right.
高評価ボタンとチャンネル登録忘れずによろしくお願いします。動画の感想も書いていただけると嬉しいです。じゃあここまで見ていただいてありがとうございました。Thank you for watching. バイバイ。
Okay. So she spent an hour on the first section and then an hour and a half on the second one. Of course, I mean, the first video where she's just putting together the initial demo for this song, and then she actually creates the full form of the song in this particular section here. So next time around, she's going to arrange the whole thing, I guess a little bit more, perhaps with the band itself. I mean, it already is in mind a bit here, but maybe she's going to make adjustments. I'm not sure, because to some degree it's already arranged, but of course that's rough, so maybe she'll finesse it. We'll see what happens, but I'm definitely going to check out part 3, probably going to do it tomorrow just to keep them all together. So people will have no trouble finding them if they want to watch all 3. So she's obviously got a talent for this, and the band is better for it. So I just got No More Tragedy. That's the very first thing I've ever purchased from Love Bites. I figured it's safe now because we've done loads and loads of reactions for this band on the other channel, the Glenn and Adrian channel. And I've been getting to the point where I want to listen to it in my car. So, yeah, okay, you can stream, but I don't like streaming. I'm kind of old school. I prefer to buy actual physical media for bands that I want to support. So I purchased the double CD. And Miyako is one of those people whose abilities I've always been impressed by. She's so good. I mean, not just as a guitarist, but also as a composer and arranger. And it's nice to see how she actually puts it together. There's actually no big mystery there, but it is a cool thing to be able to look at, for fans to take a look at in case they're curious. Yeah, it's all done on the computer now. No more 2-inch tapes or quarter-inch tapes or reel-to-reels of any type, unless you're a real analog buff, But these days it's more expensive to be analog. The tape costs money. The decks are old and need maintenance on a regular basis, whereas you have computer software and you're basically ready to go. Just have a USB interface, something like that, and you're good. And that's exactly what she has at home there. I kind of like where she put her keyboard. You notice I have mine over here. It would actually be a lot easier to have it right here, right in front of me. So, although she has to reach over to get the keys, which, your mileage may vary depending on what you're willing to, how you're willing to set things up. But we'll see. Maybe I'll make a change because it would be easier to work this way. So, okay, folks, why don't you let me know what you thought of this? I know there's a lot of Love Bites fans here who are just like, it's Miyako. I don't care about anything else. I got a few comments like that on the other one. Fine, power to you, but she is talented. She's doing really good work, so it's worth celebrating that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed the presentation, please subscribe. All right, if you have other suggestions for me, you can leave those in the comments below. And thanks so much for joining me today on this, and I'll see you on the next one, all right? Take care, folks.